Hello everyone, today I want to review my solo, but in different way. I won't make review on review of Haywire of my solo and about me myself. Uh, so maybe it will be fun, maybe not, I don't know, because I didn't prepare it well, so I don't have any script. I prepared the small things about his mistakes and maybe who hate me will hate this video and who like me maybe they will like this video. So let's start. I will maybe fast forward his review because I want say something about me. Maybe I will not fast forward. Let's see how it's going. Let's start his video. So first of all he start talking about me, how I started the video, how start my stunting at GTA stunting.
Orbeez came to the stunning scene at the end of 2007 and released 3 videos over 3 months.
Yes,
they were not
in reality I started at 2007, but it was Orbeez wasn't my first profile. First profile was this. It's just called it all. I used 3 letters because in most of old games you can only, when you high score, you can only put 3 letters. That's why my nickname was only 3 letters. And I think I registered at the forum with this profile and that forget the password, and after 3 months I registered another account and added only beast to it to make it different a bit. And this profile I used it one time when I have ban, I think, and I recovered my password from it and used it when I have ban, and this account banned then too. That doesn't matter. Let's continue.
up to par with what the rest of the community was putting
He's
out.
talking that I was not bad, my stance was fillers, which wasn't in reality. So he just talking about my solo, annihilation, that I made big errors, and so on. Let's talking about more interesting things.
Suddenly, everything changes. Orbeez has discovered Discord, and eventually we get to chatting, mostly about.
Yeah, he talked that he like I discovered Discord and start to make impossible stunts. It was funny moment. I really loved when first time seen it. He talking that he liked my solo previous, that
Where's the bounce?
he talking that I don't have bounce, and this is bullshit. The first of all, I want to show my bounces from my solo, new solo. This is first one. This is second one. So it's possible to make grinds without bounce, but it's very hard. It sometimes happen. Even someone in Discord sent me video with Haywire where he landed without bounce on grind. Where's the bounce? So Haywire mods too or what? Anyway, it's not modded, of course. Grinds sometimes make you bounce, sometimes it doesn't make you bounce. I will tell, for example, my stunt from previous solo where I make the ramp to the grind. I bailed near 500 times until I make it. I make it without bounce, but again I bailed on it, and I don't know how many hours later I finally landed it and landed without bounce to the end. Okay, let's continue to the video. Let's find where we stop it.
3 hours he could produce.
Oh, he talking about my backwheel grind. It's not impossible thing because uh, I don't even know how to make backfill grind modded, like say is that like, because nobody, I even didn't think that possible. It was only lucky attempt to make it backfill. That's it. Because I didn't. If I would mod it, I must understand that anyone can try it, and will see that it's impossible to do in this way, and of course it will be count like modding. So there no point to make stunt which look strange, which modded. I want to say one thing, because most of modders who mod stunts, they will try to make stunt look as clean as possible, because if stunts look strange, it really make people think that something going wrong. So it's just a luck, like I said to him. He didn't believe, of course, because I don't even know how to make it again, this backfill grind. Maybe it's happened sometimes. So I even have the backfill grind not like this in my Q video 5 element, where I backfill grind, ledge grind with backfill. So it's just game, it's have own glitch. So I don't know how to explain it a better way. So my point is no point to mod stunt like this, like make it strange looking, to make people even more think that you mod. It will be very stupid. So if Haywire didn't able to make it with backfill, it's not my problem.
Produced a natural bumper that he posted in the chat.
Then he shows that my bumps look strange or something, and something push me to the ground. It's not true too, because like I said before, I don't know how to make something you make bump like this. So it's just default bump. You can try yourself, and after several attempts you will make bumps like that. He didn't even try to bump like that. He didn't even, for example, he could try 10 hours, 20 hours to make bump, and he eventually started at least some of attempts would bump like this, but he didn't even try this. So no pros, nothing, only something hit me, and everything okay.
So, the time limit is 6
He tried, he's saying that the stunt is too much
5 hours.
hard at this point, and I know that it's not easy and all, and it doesn't matter if he can do in 5 hours or 10 hours. It's luck. So sometimes in my new solo, some stunts I made with very fast because I have luck, and some stunts I make very long because I don't have luck. So it depends on this too. So it doesn't think that this stunt modded or unmodded. Anyway, he's showing that at this point I can't land on ground that way. Which is not true too, because you can land all this way. The point, like I said before, if you can't make in default game this stunt, I will never post it, because it will be really stupid. If people can't land like this on grind, why to post it? Because if it's modded and it's really strange looking, no point, because everyone will think that can prove that you modded. But if stunt, I know the stunt unmodded, even if it looks strange, it's I can post it, I can release it, because I know that nobody can prove that I'm wrong. But however, I said you never seen something like that. It doesn't matter if you didn't think it like that. It doesn't matter. It's modded because uh, some things happen. Something new can happen in the newer videos. Like Barney released Unorthodox and first time I think show it let's grind on something. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't, if nobody didn't make something like that before, it doesn't make it modded instantly, right? So if I can land on grind in that way, it doesn't make it modded. But for him, everything is which looking strange is modded. If I wanted to make modded stunts, I would make them that clean that nobody ever think they modded. I know how game works. I know how stunter thinks. I didn't register it yesterday on the forums. So there no point mods stunts like this. This is my point. Let's move on. Okay, here he talking about that I am number one. He didn't even understand that it was the whole my number one is it's joke, because there no competition, there no even awards, there no money. It's just game. It's fun. So I have fun. I troll people. I know that. But even I'm at posting my new solo, I made smiley face at the topic to make people not feel that I number one, I will win something. I didn't win anything. I just trying to entertain people, trying to make fun, trying to make something really good looking, trying to make live reactions better. The point of my two last solos is live reactions, so I wanted to people make some interesting live reactions, not just boring watching boring stunts. And even my near to impossible stunts, some people say it's easy, nice. So it's very unusual to me that they didn't even impress, like I said. But some people, of course, impress it, and I appreciate it. Okay, let's watch my review on the review of Haywire. I want to say two words about my logo on the video. I made a bit secret message on it. So if you watch closer, you will see the game over word. It's written with font which calling hey haters. So the full the full like say will be hey haters game over. It's a little secret message in the logo, but it's of course it's for fun and nothing serious. And I wanted also show two things about Haywire. He trying to say that I mod long time ago. It's 2007 even, when I released my crew video, which 5 element. He says that I use different bike model, I modded with model or something like that. And then I proved him he wrong again, because I make the video, it's not saved, but it doesn't matter. I made two videos where same replay going, one at the top, one at the down. And at first it's going default bike, and lower part going my bike model at that period. And the replay looked same. It wasn't anything unusual in it, so it's okay. And even Toru, who nowadays hate me, says that I really nice video which proves I use default bike. Even after this happened, I stopped try to use default bike in the future, because to make people make not that angry. I use it. I remapped body of the Xbox version of the PCG in 2010 and started using that bike to make people at least less hate me or anger or anything like this. So let's watch his review. He really throw it away it, but it doesn't matter. I won't tell about some stunts in it. Uh, the first stunt which I made here is ramp bump to the Sunshine Auto. It's really hard one because the distance was 613 foot if I'm correct. But the hardest part was because I can't stay on the building. So I slide it few times. I even bump it and bump away from the building sometimes. And I think this stunt takes 6 or 7 days to make. So it's not that easy stunt. But nothing impressed Haywire. His poker face, super easy stunt for him. Doesn't matter. This one was funny one because I think at first I think it that I will bump ledge grind this grind to the end and then will bump like fall to the another rail, bump it and land to the billboard. But it's then I tried only ledge grind that grind without first bump, and since this is impossible because when you fall you can't bump that well to the billboard. So I think it will be better try to stay on the first rail because it's possible for passenger, and then bump to the billboard, which I made in the video. This stunt doesn't take that much time. I think it takes 3 days if I'm correct. Video takes much longer than previous solo, so maybe I forget many things. Of course it's not impressed at all. Easy one, of course, like always for Haywire. This stunt King just wanted to make, so I just make it for the fun to him. But this stunt have one secret in it. Secret about how hard it is. So nobody really impressed, but how hard it is, nobody think it. What I mean, in any SKM, when you try any stunt with fire, when you exit, for example, bike, you teleporting and it's again have one hit for the fire. So you have fire, you exit bike, you teleporting, you again have smoke and one hit to the fire. And most fire stunts make like that, but this is one not like that. This has one problem. You must see that I have two bumps at it. First bump I have when I hit wall ride, and second bump when I hit the rail at the billboard. And at first I tried with one hit to fire, so but I realized that it's impossible it will be impossible to grind to the end the rail because you will the bike will explode before you will able to grind. So what I make, I started to hit the bike to the wall until I counted from same distance to and then started counted how many times I must hit the bike to the wall to make it have 2 hits for the fire, and then every time I found the passenger, hit the bike and then tried it several times. And you must see I even use it. I didn't use ghost town on every stunt. Only I used it only on finisher because it's really hard to rut at the finisher. Anyway, so it's really hard stunts, but nobody even noticed and think it how it's hard. I know why, because pro stunters not at this moment at the forums, they gone long time ago, and the hardcore of the stunts only see they will see and think it how hard it is in reality. So
Hiking Jad, I love you.
very hard stunt, but nobody even noticed it. At this moment, Haywire noticed that I have number one plate on the bike, but it's was another my joke about stunting. Anyway, it's this stunt landed many times without second uh, ledge grind, and I think I'm first one who made grind full grind and then ledge grind. I think Sorcery made in his new Solar or something like that, landing from the packer, then little grind, then full ledge grind, which of course much easier. And Hervé made mistakes at this moment. He said that I have made this triple grind. It's not triple grind, of course, it's double grind because I hit the second rail and not grinded it. Anyway, it's taken one day. I think this stunt wasn't that hard. Okay, another impossible stunt, and I think I first one who made grind, grab, and then another grind in a proper way, like that. So it's very hard, but most people didn't even think that it's possible. Because it's many people didn't even think that it's hard enough. So they think it's something regular stunt, but the beauty of this stunt that nobody ever made something like this. And again, no reactions at most of people that I seen. So they think it's something easy, super easy. I don't know. This stunt takes 4 or 5 days to make. I make that grab 13 times, if I'm correct. So to make it, so the problem of the grab itself, because you make grab, you don't see many things. You hitting wall, you camera moving around, and you don't see anything. So it's only on luck if you make to the second rail and then you starting grind. You even can see at the end that I really hitting buttons very heavy to make it to the end because it's a bit nervous. Oh, this stunt takes much time from me. I don't know, maybe 15 days, maybe 16 days, because I bail it on precision. Even if I didn't bail, I slide it off. So it's really hard one. And funny thing that when I tried to make this stunt, I started to land to the grind many times, and I made grind too. So I save it and grind and the precision.
Whoopee.
There he talks that I don't have bounce again when he doesn't have them too at some stance. This is fun one for me. I think I really think this must be old, but I didn't find anything. It's very obvious ramp to the grind, but it's very hard. It's take 4 days to make, and the landing at the precision wasn't like luck. I really wanted to make it. I make it this grind I think 3 or 4 times, but it doesn't that easy. Sometimes I landed to the right part uh, where car standing, but it's doesn't look it for me much harder. So I try to land to the left side and to the precision.
Just type in the command.
And he he talking that I typed something in commands, which bullshit because I don't have any command that make me stunt that well.
You do whatever you want.
most people didn't understand what happening at this stunt. I will even rotate it to the left, to the back a bit. Maybe I will show.
Just type in the commands. You can do whatever you want.
I hair is infamous in the water. The funny things in replay, it's look a bit lower in the water than in the real game. So basically I bump it from Infernus, then bump it second time. It's this stunt takes 3 days if I'm correct. It wasn't that hard. The first I wanted to bump from the pit. I wanted to use Barney in the water, dead Barney, but the first problem was the pet disappeared. Then I wanted, I used spawn tool to make pet appear in the water, and it wasn't disappear, but with spawn tool. But anyway, first it will count as modding, because if in regular game pet disappear in the water, it's not make real in without this tool, so it will count as modding. And I tried it for fun, and since that you can't bump from the pet head, you can land of course on pet head, but it doesn't like make you bump, it's make you going to the water. So I use it like default method and use it car in the water. Was the phase spot, and I landed in 1 day. I think I really get lucky on this one, because first of all it's really not that easy, but the luck was on my side this day. And you can see that I really don't use ghost town on my at most towns. Oh, this time takes so many time. I don't know. I think 13 days. I unstop it, try it, because even bump to this thing is hard itself. It doesn't impossible to reach it. It's not that hard to reach this thing, but I even overfly it, but landing right on it, it's very hard. I slide it I think 1 or 2 times, and then only on certain days I got lucky to land it directly. So it's really hard. It's not that easy, and it's beautiful stunt.
Do a bump that doesn't look weird.
I think I think he says that this that previous stunt was doesn't look weird. It's really funny to say real opinion about something. Anyway, this stunt, oh, it was really hard to me to make, because I used real pet on it. I wanted to make oven someone to, so I intentional was to make this stunt without modding, with pet on the bike to the end. And the problem was the bump itself not that hard, you can make it. I even showed some attempts to the Discord at this DSS, where I going left, going right, so landing directly. I even landed directly on the ledge grant, but bailed many times, because speed's so big, and you can't really hold the bike in the place, even with pet, which make bike even a bit heavy, and you can't make it right. So basically I got a bit luck. I have this in the head that one way how to make it on that speed, so I landed it from the back, where which you can see at the video. You can see that I landed it right from the back, and then only landed to the ground, and only this way to make it
I love you. You're better than all
in the right way. The precision was luck. It wasn't intentional at all, because I didn't even think that this play have precision. So it was just luck, of course. This is stunt one of the hardest I make. It takes, I think, 8 days maybe. So the first problem was that I bump it. This bump not that easy. So the second problem, I stunted some stunts on my first keyboard, with which I can't reach this place for runner from the roof. So I used second keyboard, which give me this opportunity to press button faster. And I started from the roof to reach needed speeds, then bump to the first grind. I used two piece the boys to remove poles and this to the landing to the second grind was not that hard, but landing to the precision, was really hard thing for me at
No
least.
matter what I can do, the program does it for me.
And he's saying that program does this for me. It's not true. I don't have any program that make stunts for me. Then I think anyone then would discover this program, not only me. I'm not even programmer. This stunt was landed for the crew video, but then I realized that it's too much PCG stunt, so for something different I place it to the solo. The first thing, whole DSS, or maybe most of members, say that this is stunt impossible because you will slide off, but I found way and stick it to the stadium. It was, I think it was 2 days to make. It's not wasn't that hard because all you need good speed and luck.
Boring.
Boring, you boring me. Another very lucky stunt I made in one day. Uh, it was Faye's idea to grind this grind, but I think I must make it in natural way. Something makes something funny, and its luck was at that day. Luck was on my side. Oh, this is the first real stunt which I made for the solo. It takes, I think, 4 or 5 days to make, and it's really good looking stunt. And I like, I wanted to make it because I made many bumps to the ship, and tried to think what would be most hardest, most natural, like without using any vehicle stunt. And I think it only this way will be something hard enough for the solo and good looking enough.
I wonder if anyone suspects anything.
No, nobody any suspect anything because it's really hard and really good
Maybe
stunt.
put it in the video anyway. It'll be funny.
It's not funny. Okay, this ledge grant made by Phase 2, but he wanted to make it directly to the second rail, but I discovered it's not possible. I don't have enough speed to make it to the second rail, so I started think what I can do to land to the second rail, and I remembered my stunt from the Impossible is Nothing, where I bonked from the road and land to the second rail and make something like this again,
I wonder why.
and to the precision, of course, to make it look
Just
good.
because.
This was the second stunt I think I landed for the solo. This is the longest stunt which take. I don't know how many days, but I remember it was take it 130 hours to make. I tried to make it several times, and I realized that it's impossible at the speed which give you grind to turn to the rail. So what I made it, I used a cheat code. At this moment, I pause the game, or you can use macros if you want, and boring, which he told it some stunts ago. I used this cheat code at this moment. So what I made, I slowed down the game. Then when I realized that I already grind the second rail, I entered another cheat code with calling on speed, and made the third rail. Sorry. This is one of the hardest stunts. It's really hard. I don't know. Maybe take 10 days or maybe more or maybe less. I really hard to say. But what I made, I give myself a little help at this stunt. You can see that in the video I made second rail, but in real, when I made this stunt myself, I made from the collision the model of the stunt of the rail to see what I really grind, because in the game this rail is invisible. The funny thing, the Haywire even when I even didn't make Impossible is Nothing showed me that he has something like this, and tried to teach me how to stunt. He showed me this thing that he made from the collision and DFF models, but it's not nothing new to me, because I use the same technique and the annihilation solo, where when I make this stunt, this rail is this wall have rail style grind. So I made it from the collision to see what I actually grind, to make it easy for me to see what I grind. So Haywire tried to teach me something which I already knew and made a long time ago. It was really funny thing. So, and nobody even noticed this grenade which I placed it at here. You can't see in the game in the replay grenade, but I just placed it to make less questions. This ledge grind have three poles which I must remove to make ledge grind, and I could use three bikes, for example, but it will be more count like modding. So I started thinking how I can remove the third one. First of all, I break the pole, then place it a grenade on this place, but near to pole. But this didn't work because pole appeared again. So I made it in another way. I break the pole, place it grenade which not explodes, which you can manually explode on the right to the way where pole stands. And when you coming to the pole first time, it's like grenade stakes stuck in the pole, and it's like pole breaks again because grenade is moving, and it's only the. Sorry guys, I have the phone call. So at where I stopped it, I talked about that it's impossible for the for the big poles to use grenade. It works only with the small poles, and it's worked. You can try it at the stand, of course. And the second and the third pole, I used regular bikes to make it easier, of course. So it's only one possible way without mods, without anything.
More than 2 vehicles.
And he talk about more 2 vehicles. I don't know what he mean. He means that I use it. The game can hold 3 vehicles. One is your bike, and 2 another. Or you can use 2 cars for this. And what he means that it's modding, or it's just bad stunts. Maybe he want to say it's bad stunts that I use it 2 vehicle. Maybe, but it's only way to make it anyway. Oh, this is a taxi stunt where he start showing showing that he tried to show it that I modded again or something like that, which I proved him again wrong. I will show something what happened in reality. Wait, I want to show something to you. At the taxi stance, I using the not the near camera like at bike stance, but the long distance camera. And because I don't have the very good computer, sometimes FPS can drop. And even at this place at the map, you can see I will want to stop at this place where the map glitch a bit. You can, if you will watch to the right part, you can see this is water, and the next frame the ground appears. So game glitch a bit at this place, and even if I would try mod it like Haywire says, it will be really hard to make it really that stunt and then make it to the precision landing and everything so good. It's really impossible. It's not that easy to make, and it's I don't think anyone from the stunters can be that precise to make anything like this. Anyway, but for Haywire I mod everything, even if frame drops, even if game glitch, it's modding. That's it.
I don't know if you noticed that when you were recording it, but it's there.
And at the finisher, he didn't even impress. It's easy finisher for him, of course. He doesn't mean anything for him. Even he sent it for me. His someone sent it to him. My like I modded the rad. I have bigger speed than everyone or something like this. And some asshole made rad where he's showing that he made rad with the bike with failure on, and his rad like slower than mine, and that means that I mod. Okay, let's say, and then he made even fail off version for this rad, and I even beat the fall off. It's funny, I don't know how he made fall rad, because I at this place I have two best rads, so I made first perfect rad and then second perfect rad. This first thing. Second thing, how he even count the fall off stunt seconds, I don't know, because fall off you frames going up and down, so I don't really know what kind of counting he have, because I know exactly that the mass of the bike, acceleration, speed was default, so I don't know how it's even possible to that he have the he count the fall off version of the seconds of the fall off version and at the fail on version he just suck at radding, and that's why he can't even reach to my perfect rad. So if he suck and I don't suck, it's that I mod, that what he think. Anyway, and that's it. I think it's really, he said that he doesn't like me, he hate me or something like that. He doesn't want me see in the forums, something like this. So I don't know. This is it. This is my review. Maybe it was a bit fast. But I tried to make some explanations, some what I have in my solo, what I have thinking. Bye everyone.